Representative Sergio Dagook of Party List APEC to interpolate on the proposed budget of the Department of Transportation.
APEC Representative Sergio Dagook may now interpolate our sponsor. You have the floor, sir.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Thank you, Majority Leader. Mayong buntag sa atong sponsor. And good morning also to the DOTR family. Would the distinguished sponsor yield to some clarificatory questions, particularly on the Civil Aeronautics Board?
Yes, distinguished colleague.
Mr. Speaker, distinguished sponsor, we are all aware, especially the people from the CAB, that Executive Order 219 liberalized the fare structure of our airlines. However, the Civil Aeronautics Board still has authority to adopt and propose fares from airlines and carriers. Kasi kung wala na silang authority, bakit patuloy nating pupunduhan yung opisina nila? Para bagang sinasabi nila na wala na kaming trabaho dyan dahil liberalized na. But year in, year out, humihingi ng budget para sa operasyon nila. So, does the CAB not consider the present pricing of our airlines? Alam naman ninyo anong mga lugar yung napakamahal, unduly discriminatory, unduly preferential, unreasonable. And for me, this violates Section 10 of Republic Act 776, an act that reorganized the Civil Aeronautics Board and the Civil Aeronautics Administration. May I ask, Mr. Speaker, distinguished sponsor, the CAB, kung hindi ba nila na-realize yung mga sinasabi ko?
Mr. Speaker, distinguished colleague, the Civil Aeronautics Board have an airline pricing system. The airlines use the RMS or the Revenue Management System to forecast and monitor the booking patterns and adjust the fare availability. Ang CAB po is the economic arm na siya po ang nag-aano ng mga airlines. So there is a specific law to regulate the imposition of the fare by the airlines.
So, Mr. Speaker, distinguished sponsor, if that is the case, tama po na ang hinala ko na inutil na yung CAB at hindi na natin dapat pondohan. Kasi tracking lang pala sila. Pero alam naman nila na napakamahal na. Based on the letter that was submitted to my office, in relation to my request na kailangang malinaw kung paano pinipresyuhan yung... Kaya itagalog natin to kasi maraming nagmumonitor ngayon, taga Siargao, taga Boracay, kasi ito yung mga ruta, no? Makikita mo yung graph, pababa yung fuel cost. Pero bakit pataas ng pataas yung pamasahe? Kasi yung fixed cost niya, fuel, maintenance, etc. Kung tingnan mo yung graph, pababa yung fuel cost. Bakit hindi man lang nasita ng CAB yung mga airlines? Dahil ba yung mga tracking na yan ang isasagot? Am I correct on that, Mr. Speaker, distinguished sponsor?
Mr. Speaker, dear colleague, tama po, no? The department agrees na sometimes mayroon pong matataas na airfare at meron din naman pang minsan mababa. And sometimes may konting pagkukulang rin na hindi maiwasan ng mga personnel, kagaya po yung nasabi ng distinguished colleague natin.
Mr. Speaker, distinguished sponsor, did the Civil Aeronautics Board raise these concerns with the airline operation, given that under that circumstances, it is the burden of proof lies on the airlines to justify the fares that they are charging to the passengers? Can the CAB, distinguished sponsor, submit to Congress proof na sinita nila ang mga airlines? Minutes of hearing man lang nila, sulat man lang na sinita nila yung mga airlines. Bakit ganun ang presyuhan nila? Mayroon ba silang pruiba? Can they submit that, Mr. Speaker? Para ko lang makita na may silbi ang budget na binibigay natin sa Civil Aeronautics Board na yan taon-taon.
Mr. Speaker, dear colleague, the department headed by Secretary Lopez guarantees that they will submit immediately the report that you are asking. A copy furnished to your office of Congressman Dagook and to this committee.
Linawin ko lang, Mr. Speaker, distinguished sponsor, documents showing na sinita ng Civil Aeronautics Board yung mga airlines who are charging exorbitant airfares.
Mr. Speaker, dear colleague, totoo po yan, no? Sometimes it happens and it has to be rectified. Nangangako po si Secretary Lopez na to submit the report by tomorrow morning.
Thank you, distinguished sponsor. To the letter of the Secretary, the Civil Aeronautics Board claims that revenues from high-demand routes subsidize smaller or developmental routes. Yet, no, para bang kaya mahal yung Siargao halimbawa, Boracay, kasi may mga ruta sila na dinidibila pa. Ang nag-subsidize, yung mga taga Siargao, taga Boracay, doon sa mga ruta na dinidibila pa nila. Tama po ba yung ganong policy, Mr. Speaker, distinguished sponsor?
Mr. Speaker, dear colleague, I think the Siargao incident is dahil po maliit yung runway. So medyo turboprop lang po yung mga nakakadaan at maliliit lang ang capacity po ng passenger plane.
Mr. Speaker,
Pero it's an ongoing project na pinapalaki na po yung runway.
Mr. Speaker, distinguished sponsor, ang tinatanong ko po, yung sagot, laman ng sulat sa akin ni Secretary Lopez explaining na kaya mahal yung Boracay, Siargao because, no, the CAB claims that revenues from high-demand routes subsidize smaller or developmental routes. Like for example, yung Kalbayog natin, dinidevelop pa natin, medyo mura. Ang nag-subsidize pala niyan, yung taga Boracay, taga Siargao, taga Palawan. Is that, no, a correct policy?
For Mr. Speaker, distinguished colleague, for route serviced by a single operator, the passenger rate shall continue to be regulated. However, all charges and passage rates shall be monitored by the CAB.
Yun na nga. yun na nga ang nirereklamo ko, Mr. Speaker, distinguished sponsor. Kasi, ang pagkakaalam ko, nandyan yung CAB para tingnan kung tama pa ba, hindi na ba sumusobra. Pero, ang palaging sinasagot, minomonitor. Hindi naman hanggang monitoring lang yung inoto sa kanila ng batas. Kasi kung monitoring lang, di tayo na lang ang magmomonitor. Like me, umuwi ako, namomonitor ko kung mahal o mura. So, it will support my claim na hindi na natin kailangan yung Civil Aeronautics Board. Nandito yung chairman ng Committee on Transportation. Kailangan na nating repasuhin yung charter ng CAB. Baka pwedeng emerge na natin sa kaap yan. Kasi palagay ko parang wala nang silbi. Sorry for the term I'm using. Kasi it is my personal experience. It is an experience of the people in Boracay, in Siargao, because of this policy na sinusubsidize pala nung mga ruta na maraming pasahero, yung mga ruta na dinidibila pa. In essence, ang tinutulungan natin, yung mga airlines, to develop yung mga ruta at the expense of the passengers sa mga ruta na nagsusubsidize. So, yun ang conclusion doon. Now, on performance management and passenger protection, CADICAB confirm the number of authorized and unfilled positions from 2023 to 2026 na 126 lang, no? Since 2023. Kasi every time may hearing sa Committee on Transportation, sinasabi ng CAB, may mga tauhan kami sa airport. Saan ba talaga nakapwesto yung mga tauhan ninyo sa airport? Terminal 3 halimbawa, dito sa pinadala sa akin na sulat, 10 yung tauhan ninyo. Saan ba yung tauhan ninyo na sisita man lang sa mga airlines na nagsiksikan sa bus kung mayroon kayong tauhan? Nandito sa CAB yung problema eh. Ituturo yung CAAP kasi airport operation. Yes, Mr. Speaker, distinguished sponsor, I agree. It's an airport operation matter. Pero nandyan yung CAB to see to it na yung airport operation is complying with the JAW. Sila yung police eh. Nangyari na naman tong parang istorya sa kuwa, may ghost project, may kuwa naman. So, hindi nasunod yung JAW, may CAB naman. Ang ituturo, airport operation. So, may tao ba talaga kayo? Saan nakapwisto yun?
Mr. Speaker, dear colleague, regarding to the question of the unfilled positions, there are 157 passenger right action officers stationed in the 36 terminals at 31 airports nationwide.
Yun. Yan yung datos na nasa posisyon ko. Kaya ang tanong ko, in the case of Terminal 3, nakalagay doon, 10 yung tauhan ninyo sa Terminal 3. Pero, halos bawat sakay ko dyan sa Terminal 3, hindi ko makita yung tauhan ng CAB, yung palipat-lipat ng boarding gate, no? Hindi ko talaga makita. Ang makita ko lang, yung malaking billboard yan na Passenger Bill of Rights. Ang lalaki ng mga malinaw, mabasa mo, yan yung mga rights mo. Pero ni isa doon sa mga rights mo na nakasulat dyan, walang natupad dahil walang nagmumonitor sa compliance ng mga Bill of Rights. Palaging all rights yung pasahero. Kandi, Mr. Speaker, distinguished sponsor, kandi ka till this representation, saan ba talaga nakapwesto yung 10 tao ninyo? In the case of Terminal 3, Terminal 2, wala akong problema sa Terminal 2, maayos. Pero saan nakapwesto sa Terminal 3 yung 10 na tauhan?
Mr. Speaker, dear colleague, sa check-in counter nakapwesto po yung mga tao ng CAB.
Check-in counter. Ang nakita ko, with all due respect, Mr. Speaker, distinguished sponsor sa check-in counter, mga airline personnel, yung nasa check-in counter, wala talaga akong nakita naka-uniform ng cab dyan na, at saka, bakit sila granting without agreeing na may tao sila sa check-in counter, halimbawa, Terminal 3? Bakit sa check-in counter sila mag-standby? Bakit hindi sila mag-standby doon sa mga pre-departure area, boarding area, doon sa bus, kung para makita nila kung tama pa ba yung pamamalakad ng mga airlines sa pagpasakay ng mga pasahero sa bus. Nakabas na nga lang, wala nang boarding bridge. Tapos, wala pang mag-monitor kung magpalitan na ng mukha yung mga tao. So, again, saan? Saan doon yung taga-CEB na 10? Baka mali ang pwesto nila.
Mr. Speaker, dear colleague, Secretary Lopez po ay nagkasang-ayon sa inyong suggestion. Maganda po ang iyong suggestion at simula bukas, dadagdagan na po niya ang personnel at ipupwesto na po sa inyong mga suggested areas na of responsibility.
Salamat po. Yan po yung hinihintay ko na sagot. We are here, no, para marinig yung solusyon, not justification, not reasons. Because I'm telling this, Honorable Chamber, based on my experience, hindi to report lang sa akin. Experience ko to. Now, may I ask, Mr. Speaker, distinguished sponsor, yung CAB again, on a daily or periodic basis, how many complaints are filed and resolved by your PRAUS? Kasi humingi kayo ng budget 145 million. Pero ang target ninyo is to resolve complaints of I think 1,080. Kung i-divide mo yung 145 million by 1,080 target complaints, gumagastos pa yung gobyerno ng 133,000 bawat complaint na i-resolve ng CAB. Reklamo na nga. Dahil may mali yung airline, gagastos pa tayo ng 133,000 bawat reklamo na i-resolve.
Mr. Speaker, dear colleague, as of August 31, 2025, CAB has received 482 complaints, and 482 were acted upon, then 190 were resolved, and pending for resolution 292.
Oh, so yan yung performance nila. Biruin mo, no? Kung halimbawa yung target nila ang basihan, no? Mayroon tayong 157 na praus. Dito sa datos ko, doon sa target, kung masitel nila 1,225 complaints and 7,832 inquiries in 2025, then we spent 75 million to handle 8 complaints and 50 inquiries per PRAO per year. Yan po. Ganon po kagastos yung pag-resolve natin sa mga I hope, Mr. Secretary, I believe in you. Kasi may palabra de honor kayo. Mayroong mga agency dito, budget briefing, isasubmit namin, pero walang ibibigay hanggang darating sa plenary. But you are like Secretary Vince Dizon. When I raised the issue sa full relocation, sabi na, Kung, within 5 days, nandyan, tinanggal pa yung tao. Tinanggal pa kaagad yung tao na in charge last year. Sino yung in charge last year? Pina-investigate kaagad niya, ito yung point person. Hindi man lang ginalaw yung budget, hindi binayad. Wala na Kung, tinanggal ko na. Yan yung mga kailangan natin. So, sana Mr. Secretary, matingnan mo tong performance ng CAB. Kasi, you signed the letter. Baka hindi mo lang dahil busy ka, hindi mo nabasa lahat yung data. Pinirmahan mo lang kasi attachment man lang ng letter yon in compliance with my request. But, I really appreciate na you committed na magbigay ng letter within 5 days. At nandoon na 4 days pa. So I really appreciate that, Mr. Secretary. Yung mga, we do not need legislation actually na pero mo yung mga airline, after I make a privilege speech, inabangan nila ako. Pag check-in ko nag-Manila, Cebu ako, dahil mahal nga yung Siargao, palagi kong ginagawa, madaling araw, Manila, Cebu, tapos Cebu, Surigao City, sakay na naman ako Surigao City, Pascrap. Si Airland, ang ginagawa ko makatipid lang, dahil 17,000. Inabangan na nila ako. Pag check-in ko sa Cebu Pacific, Sir, ikaw si Kong Dagook. Pinasakay ako sa bus. Dahil 5 pa lang kami nakasakay sa bus, pinaalis na nila yung bus papunta sa aircraft. Sabi ko, bakit nyo paalisin? Para lang ba masagot yung sinabi ko na magsiksikan? Pero yung kasunod na bus, magsiksikan na naman. Pagbalik ko, may nakaabang na naman. PAL yung sinakyan ko, direct flight. Pero 16,000. Inano ko na lang kasi every linggo ang uwi ko dito. May nakaabang na naman pagbaba ko sa dahil row 5 ako, mga 10 siguro kami nakababa pa. Pagsakay, pinaalis na naman yung bus. Sabi ko, wag niyong paalisin. Hintayin muna yung ibang pasahero. Bakit ganun kayo? So, how about yung mga maliliit na pasahero na hindi makarating dito, makareklamo sa Kongreso, magsiksikan pa din. So, I believe in you, Mr. Secretary. Ito does not need legislation, yung mga pagbabago. Tao lang na mag-monitor sa ng mga bus. Din, yun lang paglipat-lipat, I agree na kung minsan hindi maiwasan na maglipat-lipat ng airport o ng boarding gate. Hindi talaga maiwasan kasi may mga aircraft na needs additional servicing. No? Naintindihan ko po yan. Pero kung yung sitwasyon na yan, Mr. Speaker, distinguished sponsor, kung yung sitwasyon na yan ay gawin na nating normal, katulad ng Terminal 3, tambay ka sa 117, maya-maya ilipat ka sa 134, 132, 133, normal na ginagawa, mali na po yan. Mali na po yan. So, I am confident na yung mga reklamo ko ay kaya ni Secretary, no? Na hindi na kailangan na pahabain pa, na hindi na kailangan. Ang accountability lang dito sa CAB, dapat ma-establish din natin. Kasi sila yung may kasalanan dito eh. Nadamay lang yung katulad ni Secretary, nakasulat pa sa akin. Hindi naman niya to trabaho. Very specific to na trabaho sa CAB. Now, kung may trabaho, kung nagtatrabaho si CAB, Mr. Speaker, distinguished sponsor, pwede bang ipakita ni CAB yung report as to how many airlines na napinalize niya for violation of the JAW at magkano yung nakolekta niya na penalties. Kasi under RA 11659, airlines may be fined up to 2 million per day for overcharging, undue preference, refusal of service. My question is, are airlines actually penalized for these violations? Napaka-imposible naman na walang violations.
Mr. Speaker, dear colleague, regarding to the first topic that was mentioned regarding the airfare of Siargao, due to the suggestion of our dear colleague Congressman Dagook during the budget consultation of DOTR, Secretary Lopez immediately lowered the airfare from 17,000 to 11,000 plus maximum starting September 5. So let us put this on record that Congressman Dagook was able to contribute in lowering the airfare for Siargao.
Distinguished sponsor, hindi lang 11,000. Nakakuha na ako ng ticket, 8,700 lang. Kaya nga, pag uwi ko ngayong Friday, direct na yung flight ko, hindi na ako dadaan ng, kasi 8,000 lang. Instead of 17,000. Yan yung sinabi ko kanina. Why should these routes, Boracay, Katiklan, Siargao, subsidize yung developmental route? So, yan yung sinabi ko na I really appreciate Secretary Lopez. Kasi may palabra de honor, may word of honor siya na sinabi niya kung yan niya pinalapit yung CAB, Executive Director, kasi ang dami pang justification. Kami na ni Kong Dagook mag-usap. Kung titingnan ko to, ilang araw na natanggap ko yung letter, then yung pamasahe bumaba. So may ginagawa si Secretary Lopez. I want to put that on record na I'm telling this August Chamber, may ginagawa si Secretary based sa kanyang mga pangako. Ginagawa niya yung kanyang pangako. So, kaya inuulit ko, may word of honor si Secretary. Ang ko lang, wala talagang, ito, last na lang. Marami pa to, pero puro kasi CAB to. Mag-request na lang ako, Secretary, tingnan yung agency na yan. Alam naman kung anong dapat. Yung patakaran ng isang airline, bibili ka ng bagahe based on kilos. 20 kilos yung pinaka maliit nila. Bibili ka. Pag check-in mo, yung bagahe mo na 3, tig 5 kilos, 15 lang. Ay hindi sila papayag doon. Kasi pag check-in mo, siguro alam to ni airport manager kung anong airline to. Hindi na nakabase sa kinuha mong bagahe in kilos. Nakabase na kung ilang piraso. So kung 3 yung i-check-in mo, tig 5 kilos, kukuha ka ulit ng another 20 kilos. Good for 20 kilos. So, hindi per kilo. Kaya ang ginawa ng mga pobreng pasahero, mayroon ding nagninegosyo doon sa tabi na nakatip. Irap yung 3 bagahe para lang hindi na makakuha ulit. Secretary, kindly look into that. Kasi kawawa naman yung wala ng pera, pauwi na sa probinsya, naubos na ang pera dito sa Maynila. Tapos, wala na siyang pambayad, 300 eh. So, mali naman po yun. Kung per piece yung pag check-in, per piece na lang yung pagbinta mo ng bagahe. Pero kung per kilo, bakit hindi nakabase sa per kilo? Only one airline is practicing that. Only one airline. So, Mr. Speaker, distinguished sponsor, Secretary Lopez, maraming salamat doon sa mga ginawa mo kaagad na aksyon, nakikinabang na yung mga pasahero. Kasi nung napakamahal pa pag-uwi ko, puro foreigner yung kasabay ko. Ngayon, marami ng taga-Siargao na kasabay ko kasi may 8,000 na, may 9,000, ang pinakamahal 12,000. So yan yung na-experience ko last 2 weeks. So maraming salamat, Secretary. Thank you, distinguished sponsor.
Thank you,
Mr. Speaker.
Honorable Dagoc. Majority Leader.